Wagwan people, welcome back to Sports People TV. I'm your host, Oreen, and of course, we have my co host.
JD in here, guys. Pleasure.
All right. So, you know what, tonight we're just going to do a quick EPL prediction, top six prediction, and some transfer news and update because a lot of things have been going on in the transfer news. Some side about buy some old baller, some buy some young baller. I want to know which side I do that. But first,
Yeah,
anyways, Jay, Wagwan, everything all right?
yeah, bro. Yes, as I say, someone about old ball, I don't know who that still, but you know what I say. It's
Yeah,
it's been
yeah,
a
yeah.
good window for some, not so good for most.
Yeah,
So
true,
tonight
true,
we're just
true.
gonna go through all of that. You can leave your comments down below who you think had the best window.
Yes.
You don't have to wait on us. You can comment it as a start, but I'll let my friend Oren start it off.
Yeah. All right. So before we'll get into prediction first, so you go to the transfer. Which order you want to go in?
What I forgot transfer first. What I
Transfer.
forgot
All right.
transfer. Transfer.
So who has had the best transfer so far? I'm going to say the best transfer window so far, based on what they have already. I
Hmm.
would say, hmm, me that say, I would say Tottenham,
Ah, okay.
Tonali,
Okay.
and Matthias Fernandez. The fact
Yeah,
that
it's
Tottenham finished 17 and they needed a midfield with you know what I mean, Matthias Fernandez and Sancho Tonali just complement what they have already,
that's
along with
so
the
true.
defense of Van Ecke from Brighton and the free agent Zenesi from Bournemouth. So I think Tottenham so far, even though they needed a
Yeah,
lot to the equation of what they want and what they got, I think they
yeah,
have
it's the
the
best.
best transfer so far. What do you
Have
think?
to agree. Have to fully agree. I never expected him to get Tonali or Van Hecke. None of them actually. Like you finished 17. Like you haven't had any good business in the last couple transfers. Even this transfer, they haven't really got a lot in terms of selling. But to have that level of pull, even though you came 17th, it tells a lot. And I would say, yeah, it's the best transfer window. And I
All
think
right, so
another team that went under the radar, just to say, would be Leeds.
Leeds
Leeds. I
with
feel
with,
like
with Trafford.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they needed a goalkeeper. They got one,
Mm-hmm.
and I think reinforcing their midfield with a couple of buys. I'm not sure who they. I don't remember at the moment who they got, but it was a very good transfer window for them, so to speak, because they got a lot of players spots filled that were leaving. So I
Mm-hmm.
think their team all around will be the same. And when you're going into a new season, having the same type
Yeah,
of
they
build
got they got the winger. They got the winger from Fulham.
from Fulham. I don't remember the
I don't remember his name, but yeah, the winger from
let me check.
Fulham, the left foot.
Fulham. Let me check.
Yeah.
Like they got the winger from Fulham, so
Mhm.
it I don't know. I'm looking at my transfer window as a Chelsea fan, and I'm like,
Yeah,
it's high and low.
you're running
Even
an old
today,
people home. You're in an elderly home over there.
nah, man, that's fine. That's fine. Let it stay, bro. I feel
um,
alright.
Jordan
Xhaka was
Henderson.
fine. No, we don't talk about that one.
We don't.
Xhaka was fine. Xhaka was fine.
Mhm. Shaka
Welbeck,
would have been fine.
well, would have,
It would
would
have
have
been
been fine.
fine,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, the Sunderland supporters were very angry at the potential signing of letting go of Shaka
No, but
and
that tells a lot to what he brings and what we could have had.
definitely. But you saw him during the World Cup that he is like a midfield conductor. So
Yeah, he's
yeah,
he's not done.
to be honest,
Welbeck,
If Chelsea have gotten him, Jay, I think they would have been in a better position that they have Caicedo and Granit Xhaka there. But
yeah, it would have been a
I'm
good one.
glad that they didn't get him. But
All right, fair, fair.
um, value for
Welbeck,
money, value for money, value for money. Do I think Manchester have the best transfer window so far in terms of value for money? Because to
mm,
get, although Andre Santos didn't have a stellar season last year because of the the window so far and how monetary it is going. I think Andre Santos, they got him on a deal for 50. I mean, Chelsea could have
Yeah.
said 70 because he's 22 years old. It's
Yeah,
a
that
long-term
kind
value.
of upset me a bit because
Yeah.
he was like Caicedo in a way, not as experienced, but I saw a glimpse of him or a
Mm-hmm.
glimpse of a decent central defensive midfielder.
Mm-hmm.
But uh, they sold him. Manu got
Yeah.
him. Maybe it's another Mason Mount. I don't know. We'll see.
Tilleman, I think Tilleman signing a 35 million release clause.
But that's a robbery. I won't even lie. They got that for cheap. Cheap.
Listen, man, I couldn't believe. And the potential signing of Belaba. What do you think?
All right, they've been targeting Baleba for a long time, even before this transfer window started. And
True.
if they get him, it should have been a given. But the fact that there is a bit of a stall with it, I don't know what's happening.
Would
Maybe
you would you would you take Belaba at Chelsea?
hmm, I would have to. I think we need another CDM somewhere somehow. I would have to because I don't have faith in Henderson. Rich James is still injury prone, although he can play that position.
Mm-hmm.
Caicedo hasn't been at his best. Lavia again injury prone. We lost Santos and Enzo is. Although we're not going to
He's
sell him,
here.
no,
He's
he's no.
here. Yeah, he's here, but
Although
he's
we're
not
not
here.
going to sell him, he's not there in the presence of mind because,
Yeah,
as I said, some fans want him, some fans don't want him because of it. So having a solid CDM would be okay.
true. I agree with that. Arsenal transfer window so far.
Can I be honest?
Mm-hmm.
Although it's been very few players, you're talking about the defending champions, one of the best defenses in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Um, I'd say they had a very good chance. I've seen highlights of Christoph Solis, and
Mm-hmm.
it's actually a decent buy. I won't lie. It's a
True.
decent attacking player,
He's
and for the
he
price
look.
they got him,
Mm-hmm.
it's a steal.
Him look good in preseason so far, but
Yeah.
I mean, the EPL, the English Premier League. Listen, it's a dog eat dog league, so you can't eat him. So
Uh,
let's saw him perform in the first 5 matches. I can't judge him for the first 5 to 10 matches. What about Gimerage?
Gimenez is actually a good buy as well because I think they realized that Declan needed a little bit more support, and Zubimendi was not doing it
No,
as
was
much
not
last
true.
season.
True.
He was, I think, he was one of the weaklings in Arsenal last season,
No,
especially in
definitely,
the midfield.
I
He
agree.
was one of the weaklings.
What
So I
about
feel like bringing in Guimaraes was a good decision.
they potentially talking about selling Lewis Kelly? Smart business or bad business?
It's bad business for them, good business for us because we're the front runners of buying him. So, and
Sure,
we need a
bad.
left back. Chelsea needs a left back. We can't rely on Hato only. And having Palestra invert on the left and right isn't good because I would rather him have a right wing presence because in preseason he's had a better run of it on the right wing as a
Mhm.
right wing back.
But
So I'd want another left back.
I would say though, Lewis Kelly is a better midfielder than a left back.
Yeah, he's proving that as well. I think all right, don't bash me. I'd say he's like what Amarim wanted Dorgo to be at Manu before he left, in a sense.
I see a point. Valid point. Valid point.
Yeah, like
Man,
running the whole of the
mhm.
left wing, like attacking or defending.
All right, Man City. Man City transfer window so far.
116 million, that's crazy still. I'm not one to
Listen,
talking about it's like I needed a left winger, so it's like you have to give the money. We came 10th last season, we're not in Europe. He's leaving Villa who are in the Champions League, so
mm.
and his market price was 80 mil, so we had to bring out
No,
the money for him to
we are talking
arrive.
Morgan Rogers.
Yeah, so you remember we
Oh,
bought him for I think 118 mil, around
yeah,
17
man,
mil, something like that.
117. Okay, I
Yeah.
mentioned Manchester City, but you went on Chelsea. But maybe just focus on Chelsea for a second. So they signed Welbeck, which many people say Man U should have bought him back for his experience in the dressing room. I don't agree. I think
Hmm.
um the fact that like if Manchester was a bit more settled, then fair enough. But no,
Mm.
they're in a rebuilding stage, so no, I would say no. But for
I
Chelsea,
don't think you're in a rebuilding stage. Let me just say that. You're
yeah,
halfway
listen,
there. You're
let,
more than halfway there.
okay, I get you. Um, I don't agree with him for Chelsea either because um Pedro, what's his name? What's the striker's name?
João Pedro. Yeah.
Joe Pedro. Joe Pedro needed another striker with him, another fit striker, another striker
Yeah, yeah.
that can move about. Welbeck, no. You understand? Mid-table team, fair enough, but for the top four
Yeah.
Champions League, I would say no at his age. Who else you guys sign? You talk about the left back that you signed as well, and who else you signed? That's it.
We signed Palestra. Alright, so we signed Palestra, Welbeck,
And
Rogers,
don't forget Anderson.
Henderson.
You did
Yeah,
sign
Henderson.
Anderson.
Alright, I feel
Yeah,
alright.
yeah.
Let me say, just let me say this. Oh, don't forget Lacroix. We signed Lacroix from Palace.
Yeah, you signed Lacan. Yeah, that's a good sign.
I was actually happy with that buy. That was a good
That's a good
defensive
signing.
buy.
That's a good sign. I will
Yeah,
forget to
I like
mention
that
that
buy.
Arsenal signed Kansa because here we go
Yes, they
for
signed
today that
Konsa
they
this
signed.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they just
yeah.
building a whole great wall of China over
China, yeah.
Arsenal. Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's talk about
Uh,
Man City now. Let's talk about Man City quickly. Man City
uh,
it is said that they're now selling Marmoush and Savinio to Tottenham. But before we get to that, yes, it came.
I know. The Savinio to Tottenham,
Yeah,
Marmoush is
Einstein, what
Ornstein, David Ornstein,
yeah,
yeah,
he came out today. Um, they have already sold Rodri to Barcelona. They
which
have
was very not the
Silva.
best decision.
Silva went on a free to Real Madrid.
Madrid, yeah,
John Stone went on a free to Inter Milan, and of
Milan,
course
yeah,
Pep Guardiola, has left. Because well, we don't want to we don't want to say why he left. Because we just gonna speculate, but he really realized his stock was going
yeah.
down, so him leave before the ship crash. But I think their
Nah.
transfer window has been underwhelmed so far, and the fact that they're going to sell Marmoush and Savina, if that goes through, I think they're very light against Arsenal.
Yeah,
They look really under par. I was not impressed any at all. So if the only person is holding up Man City right now is Alan, and Maresca is known to not to provide the
uh,
striker with goals. So
yep.
if if he can do the impossible, which is to stop Alan from scoring, I don't think Man City making the top four. But if Alan does what Alan always do, then it's a sure bit
Yeah.
for top four or even second, because many persons have them for second. So what do you think about their transfer with Elliot
Poor.
Anderson?
Poor.
Hmm.
Poor. I can't.
Who have they signed
Elliot
though? Just any.
Anderson was Elliot Anderson was probably the only decent signing, but
Mhm.
like losing Rodri, Bernardo Silva, having Savinho and Marmoush like in a in deals, let me say in
Mhm.
deals with other clubs is not ideal because that's basically your midfield going away right in front of your eyes.
Yeah,
Your
definitely.
your main
Remind
mid going
me, have
away.
they signed anyone else from Boadi? But I think it's not
Bored, yeah.
confirmed or he's on loan back at Lille, something of that sort. But I can't remember if they have signed
All right,
anyone.
let me just let's see what they've signed so far.
Yeah, because I know that the transfer window have been underwhelming so far. I see Man City fans
See,
crying online. You know, yeah, they're crying online. But
yeah, it's
Steve,
Jeremy Monga,
Steve, huh?
Jeremy Monga from
Okay.
Leicester City,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Big Steve is crying. LB is crying. All of those Man City fans, I know they're not many, but the little that they do have, they're crying because
yeah,
listen, before I just want to say that. But so Tottenham have a good transfer window. Chelsea, I would say decent. Um,
decent,
Arsenal, decent of course.
decent.
Yeah,
They
decent
didn't
of
need to
course.
change much from what they had.
They didn't need to change much. Manchester United, I would say decent as well. Um, yeah, who else? Liverpool. Oh my, really for Liverpool. It is so, it is so not
uh,
it is so not. Their transfer window is so dull that we're not even
Dull, yeah.
remembering them. We're not
Remember,
even
yeah.
remembering them
I
because
think
they
they
signed
said, I
the
think they're
defender, the
the
defender from
last, if not
Barcelona.
second to last.
Yeah, they signed this defender from Barcelona.
Araujo.
Araro, yes, yes,
All right.
and they signed
My thing with
another.
Araujo is if you're a defense that sits back, you're fine because he has the speed. He's quite fast. A lot of people
Mhm,
don't know this. He's quite fast. A little bit
mhm,
injury prone, but he's fast and he defends well or
mhm,
decently enough on a one-on-one. But for example, in the Premier League, where holding your defensive line is key
mhm.
to stopping a lot of attacks, I think that's where he needs to up his game because that's where he fell short at Barcelona.
But I think Barcelona fans happy that he left though, because
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the last part of the season, he wasn't getting any game. Yes, he
All
was
right,
in
remember?
one time. When he came back, he was getting a lot of red card, and then
Yeah,
they just stopped using him.
that's the thing. As I said before, Hansi Flick plays a very high line in his defense, and most errors comes from him. I won't blame it all on him, but a lot of the defensive errors in that line
Is
is
it
from
is it
Araujo.
is it positioning or just rush tackle like Romero from Tottenham, who have gone to
Positioning,
Inter Milan? Positioning.
positioning, positioning.
Okay. All right. So all right, cool, cool. So I think that is it for the transfer rumors and updates for now.
All right,
I
no,
want
I just want to say an aspect of it is that
Mhm.
sometimes you need to weigh what the persons are losing as well as what they're gaining because although some people lose players, they get a lot of money off of it because Villa got 117 mil for Rogers.
No,
They're getting money for cancer.
listen.
They're getting a lot of money.
Villa is just turning into a Salvation
Brighton,
Army right now. Yeah,
Brighton.
they're turning into
No,
Bright.
no. Newcastle is turning into a Salvation Army.
True.
Newcastle,
True. I stand corrected.
Newcastle is turning into a Salvation Army.
True. 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 I mean,
No Guimaraes, no Tonali. Anthony Gordon's gone to Barca.
yeah,
Like
I
everybody's
tell you.
leaving.
All right. Um, your top six. Let me give you my top six first. Let me go first. All right. Starting from top to bottom.
Top to base, yes, yes.
Yes. Winning the Premier League for 2026 to 2027 season is
Don't say it. Don't say it. No.
Arsenal.
I knew he was gonna say it.
Arsenal will, Arsenal will retain the Premier League
Title.
easy. Yes, they will retain the Premier League title easy. I don't see Man City challenging.
Uh,
I don't see I don't see Manchester United challenging. I don't see Manchester City challenging. I don't see Chelsea challenging. So first place goes to Arsenal for me. Second place, because all of these all the rest of the teams, they have new managers. So second
that's
place,
true.
third place, fourth place, fifth place up for grabs. Who I'm going to give it to? I am going to give it to your team, Chelsea. One game, one game per week. Alonso, I think Alonso is a
Yeah.
maverick. He's a genius of a coach. So I think even though he's new to the Premier League, his his tactics is Premier League ready. If that makes sense.
Ready. Yeah, yeah, I get you.
It's Premier League ready. Yeah, in street smart or Premier League smart, if that makes sense. Yeah. So second place, I would give it to Chelsea. In third place, in third place, I'm going to give it to the man behind you, Carlos Believer, Manchester United. Yes. I think
So you're putting Chelsea above Manu.
yes, because
No, you're gonna have
I
to
think
explain that now.
yeah, man,
You're gonna
because
have to
I,
explain.
I think I think Manchester United having Champions League, FA Cup, um, Carabao Cup, plus the Premier League, and they don't buy a backup striker, a well-proven backup striker as yet. They have not signed a well-proven left back as yet. Um, Baleba coming in, but he did not have a preseason. It means that they don't have a engine in the midfield. Yes, they have two ball
Yeah.
playing midfielder in Santos and Tilleman, but they don't have a engine in the midfield with legs. So for now, I have to give Chelsea because Chelsea with Alonso, genius gameplay, I think 1 day a week, having time to work with them on the
Yeah.
training pitch, I think he's going to get the best out of them. And you can see that already in pre-season. So we have to call a spade a spade. And of course, we can be as biased as we want, but you
Well,
know,
yeah. I feel you're right though because that's a good
mm,
reason. My thing
yes,
is just to just go in interim. Just Amarim showed their weakness essentially in that pre-season friendly.
definitely. Yes, that's
He clearly
definitely,
showed the weakness,
clearly,
and
clearly,
and you
clearly.
pointed it out the left side of the field. So it's
Yes. So,
unless they
and I
fix
think and I
that,
think that
they
they needed a more skillful left winger. We can say Rashford is skillful, but I think
yeah
what Rashford had a ceiling that he needed to reach, and he stopped halfway because he wasn't willing to put in the work to bulk up a bit more to get more stronger.
yeah
Yes, so as soon as he tried to beat the defender on the outside, and the defender go across him to put some body weight on him, he's done.
yeah he's done.
Yeah, yeah. Once they
Yeah, what
go.
about Mbuma and Cunha?
So as I said, they need remember, yes, they can be performing well in one league or one with a Champions League or Premier League, but that person cannot perform well across the three cups or the three leagues, if
Yeah,
that
that's
makes
true.
sense. Yeah, so that's gonna put up a lot of pressure because I don't see Rashford scoring 12 goals. Cunha might get 12 goals. And Mbuma might
Hmm.
get that. Um, if though, if and
If
this is a hot take, if Sesko score 20 goal, if Sesko
Cisco.
score 20 goal, Manchester United will win the Premier League. If
So,
Sesko score 20 goal
all
in
right,
the
all right,
Premier
quick
League,
question.
go
Just
ahead.
to say, he's a human being, What about Xerxes?
Who?
Xerxes. Yeah,
Well,
did you forget you have Joshua Xerxes?
yeah, him not really cut it for the style of the way Carrick want use. But the
uh,
reason why I say if Sesko score 20 goal, Manchester United win the Premier League because Mbuma is gonna get more than 10 goal. Cunha is
yeah,
gonna
that's
get more
true.
than 10 goal. Right? If Sesko scored 20 goals in Premier League, Manchester United win the Premier League. Because what they will do, they will all score other side because their defense is not so good. That's the hot take.
That's that's true.
But for now, I'm putting them third. In
All
fourth
right.
place, in fourth place, I'm gonna give it to Man City. Yes, they will drop off, and they have dropped off already. But as I said, Haaland is Haaland.
Hmm.
He will
Yeah,
be
so he
out of the
carried
game.
Norway, huh?
Yes, he'll be out of the game for 90 minutes, but the 91st minute in stoppage time, here he
Yeah,
comes.
he scored.
So that's
Yeah.
super Haaland. Yeah, matter of fact, he might score a hat-trick at
No,
that time.
no, no.
So you can't write up
All
Man City
right.
only because of Haaland. If Haaland, if Haaland out of every possibility in leave this transfer window, that's it.
Yeah.
Manchester City will be a mid-table side. And I think in the next 5 years, Manchester City will be a mid-table side. That's another hot take from me. In the next, in the
That's
next 5 years, Manchester City will be a mid-table side in the next 5 years.
it's not ridiculous to say that, but
Yeah, man.
I won't call it so soon. But it's not ridiculous to say that because I feel like a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Pep has the money and this and that," but people are forgetting you still have to do something with the players, and that's what he's always been doing.
True.
So now you don't have Pep; you have to come forward with now new managers and new everything. So
True.
we'll see how
Pep
it
came with
goes.
pedigree. Pep came with pedigree. Remember that players wanted to play for Pep.
Yeah, that's
Mamouche
true.
wanted to play for Pep. Now Pep is gone. Mamouche want to leave.
So leave. Yeah,
You have to understand. Person went there to play for
uh,
Pep.
Pep. Yeah,
Now Pep is not there. Maresca doesn't have that pedigree. Doesn't have that. Like when Ferguson left Manchester, when
just
Ferguson left
yeah,
Manchester United and David Moyes took over, he did not have that pedigree, the respect in the dressing
pedigree. Yeah,
room. Not that he didn't have tactics, good tactics, but he didn't have the respect. And that's with Maresca. Even though he want to command himself, he has changed Pep office, turn it into something else and take something else for his office
yeah.
because he want to get rid of the Pep presence. But as I said, next 5 years. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
moving on. Number five in fifth place, I'll give it to Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Liverpool.
Ariola
I
needs
would
some
actually
time.
say Tottenham though. I would say Tottenham for that.
Yeah, man, Tottenham. Let's see, yeah, I can give you a chance. Ariola
Ah,
needs some time to get his philosophy to Liverpool.
yeah.
Um, he need constant running, constant running, like in at Bournemouth. I mean, the
Mm,
menu tell you about what Ariola did when he came to Bournemouth. Constant running, constant running, constant running, constant running, constant running. So
that's true.
therefore, Liverpool have to get used to that type of ball game because Slot wasn't that, right? In sixth place now, I'm going to give it to Tottenham. So that's my top six because, of course, although
Uh,
Tottenham have come 17 over the last two seasons, it is not impossible for them to leave from 17 to 6 because
yeah.
Manchester United left from 15th to 3rd.
16th. That's not 16th. He was just above Tottenham. 16th
No,
because
man,
Tottenham came 17th
no, man, it
twice.
was actually 15, man.
15? I'm
Yes,
sure it was
yes.
16.
Yeah, man, it was 15. But it doesn't matter. They left from
Yeah,
15th
it
to
doesn't matter.
3rd.
Yeah.
So it's not impossible with all the new signings that Tottenham no make and will make potentially. I think
Potentially.
sixth place will be a good with Europe, because that is Europe, of course, will be a good finish for them. So that's my prediction. Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, and of course the Tottenham Hotspur.
So essentially, the big six is in the top six, or the so-called big six, because
The so-called
a lot
big
of
six.
us have been questionable these years. So
Yes. Aston Villa miss out because already they have.
yeah, Rogers and so forth, Consan, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tielemans, etc.
All
All
right,
right,
your top six.
it pains me to say it.
Mm-hmm.
The soul
London
aches.
is red.
No, no, but with that one, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. London is always blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a prediction. I'm not saying anything. This is just a hypothesis.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Let's get this straight.
Mm-hmm.
I hypothesize
Mm-hmm.
that my red neighbors,
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal, will come first.
Arsenal, Arsenal,
No,
Arsenal.
no, no, no. Let's not get too far. Second, I actually put Manu there. I feel like they've had enough time to come together and know what they want from each player. And I think that just the addition of these new signings is just to increase the level of talent or the level of, I would say, stamina and energy that's there to just keep going. But it might be change. It might change because I think the Chelsea second shot is a good one as well. But it depends on how the season progresses. I put Chelsea third, right? It's I think Chelsea and Man U are interchangeable for everybody's predictions.
True. Agreed.
Fourth, I would say Liverpool. Although they're not cohesive as they should be, you have to remember there's Isak, Ekitike, Gakpo, Soboslai. There's a lot of quality there, right?
No
There's a
Salah.
Frimpong, etc.
No
So I
Salah.
feel like no, it's fine. That's fine. You have Engomore. You can have somebody there.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they have enough quality to stay in the top four. I remember they finished fifth last season. Although they lost, I think who have they lost? They lost Salah and I think Konate as well, right? I
Yes.
think they lost Konate. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they've gotten Araujo. I feel like Araujo is better than Konate. I'm sorry, it might be a hot take, but I think that Araujo for Konate is a decent replacement.
Okay.
I think it's a decent replacement.
That's a hot take.
The very hot take, I know, but I feel
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
Mm.
Fifth, I would say Tottenham, and I'll put Man City sixth. Why?
Ooh.
Maresca is a one-trick pony. If you've been a Chelsea fan, you understand that Maresca gets figured out very easily, right? Remember, he came in the January, I think. So he came in the January of the 24-25 season.
Mm-hmm.
Won the Club World Cup, right? Remember, he's not the one who qualified for it, but he
Mm-hmm.
won the Club World Cup. Had a good finish towards the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
That's not. He had a good results towards the end of the season, and you might think that okay, Chelsea is coming back, but then the new season starts. You get a good run towards December, and then of course, Chelsea is known for having the stumbles in the Christmas season, December, January.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, we're well known. We're well known. Not night, but after that, you had no answer. You continued with the same thing from start to finish. And as you said, he's not one to give his strikers goals. Like, how can you not have a strategy to get your striker goals? I know he's of the philosophy that
Remember,
everybody can score.
Ten Hag have that same problem.
Yeah,
Continue, yeah.
yeah. I know he has that philosophy of like everybody has to contribute, everybody can score, etc. But I feel like there's a reason why positions are there in football.
True,
Let them play their roles effectively as possible.
true.
Yeah, and as I said, Ten Hag had that issue as well because a lot of Manu games were like 1-0, 2-0, etc. One goal margin wins, etc. So I
For
feel like
for the 2 seasons Ten Hag was at Manchester United, the striker wasn't scoring any goal.
yeah,
It
it
was
was
it
mostly
was
defenders.
it was the wingers and the midfielders.
Yeah,
Rashford, Garnacho, you know, um, those people chipping in. You had you had Holland, Awewani, and Hoyland. They're not going to go.
Hoyland. I
And then
almost forgot
yeah,
about Hoyland. I forgot. Is that what
yeah,
Napoli?
yeah, Napoli. I'm not going with that thing over there, man. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's a lot of people want to put City at 6, but I feel like Maresca is really going to kind of mess it up a bit. You might say, "Oh, I should have more faith." He's similar to Pep, etc. But
Mhm.
I don't think so.
I don't get this. I don't get this similar to Pep thing. I don't get this.
Yeah, all
I
right,
don't get it because Guardiola revolutionized football more
twice.
than once in terms
Yeah,
of tactically, right? More than once. I don't see Maresca even revolutionize his own team in one
team. Yeah,
of how to counteract another manager's tactic. I haven't seen he did that or done that
thank
any
you,
part.
thank
So
you.
I don't get this. Oh, he's like Pep. Him look like Pep in terms of him ball and
Yeah,
fire.
right. He
But
look
that's
like
the
Pep.
only thing. That's the only thing him have with Pep.
Uh,
The only
I
thing.
think
Only
no.
thing.
I think everybody. All right, everybody's under the conception that because he was Pep's second
Mhm.
for an extended period of time and he coached the Man City youth team, is like
Yeah.
they're saying, "Oh yeah, he has the experience."
Mm.
There's a huge difference between first team and youth in
True.
for every team. You're gonna have maybe a prodigy there, here and there that can go directly to the first team, but overall the levels are completely different. The effort that persons put out are going to be exponentially different because this is where everyone makes their money.
True. Definitely. Agreed.
So they're going to try their hardest to get their money.
Definitely. Definitely. AJ, listen.
You know?
It's been awesome. It's the first time we're doing this, and I think it went well so far.
Thanks, man.
I hope you the viewers enjoy this. As I said, it's the first time we're coming together doing this.
That's
And
true.
I hope that you were well informed. I hope that you are engaged in what we were talking about. I'm glad that Jay is finally here. I'm trying to get him for weeks now.
Facts. Yeah,
Trying
it's
to get
been
him for
busy.
weeks now to come and
Been
do
busy,
this with
man.
me, because as you guys have heard and seen that he's very knowledgeable and very intellectually gifted, and
Huh.
especially when it come on to football. And so we're glad that we have him here, people. So show him some love in the comment section and just let us know what you think of the channel so far, and if we have potential to grow and continue. 'Cause if it not grow, we don't continue. So let us know if we have the potential to grow. Jay, tell him what you want
Yeah.
to tell him before we go.
Just that, everyone enjoy the new season. Let's not fight. Let's just enjoy football. Let's not be toxic. 'Cause, there was a lot of toxicity last season and during the
Mhm.
World Cup. So let's just keep it clean and just post your team in the comments. Let's see how many fans are here. Because where we are, we don't really get to see a lot of Liverpool fans, a lot of Arsenal fans, Man City fans.
Sure, sure.
We mostly see like Chelsea, Manu, etc.
Yeah.
Sometimes we've
Sure.
seen some. I've seen a Villa fan. Don't know how. I've seen a Villa fan.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
leave your team down below, and we can talk.
All right, guys. So this has been Sports Beefy TV. know the name, love the name, and subscribe to the name. And we see you tomorrow night.
All
Love.
right.
Uh,
Peace.